Hi there, Vee Gang. It's your girl Vee Monty, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. On this episode, we're doing a part 5 of our self-confidence series. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about self-confidence, and if you're interested in seeing more of this, stay tuned for more. I'll be right back. Subscribe. I've been thinking about having a Sunday special. Let me know what you think about that, whereby every Sundays, just like my self-confidence series, we'll be having different topics that we talk about with other amazing, brilliant minds, and we can talk about it and discuss it. So let me know what you think about having Sunday specials every single Sunday on this channel. In the past weeks, we have been looking at different aspects about self-confidence. So to kickstart this video, I'm going to ask Chieta, Audrey, Michelle, and Praise, what is the difference between self-confidence and arrogance?
Okay, so my take on confidence and arrogance is that being confident means that you're comfortable in your own skin, you're content with what you have, and you know your self-worth. Now, when you're being arrogant, you are trying to push your self-worth on other people, trying to be proud about it and trying to be boastful. So yeah, that's the difference for me, at least.
The difference between arrogance and confidence. This is interesting because I think I am a very, very confident person, and I wouldn't say I come across as arrogant. However, if you speak to someone else, they will say that I do. So I think the difference between confidence and arrogance is definitely self-awareness. You need to be self-aware. You need to be able to tell yourself when you're crossing that line. I think someone who is truly confident is able to assert their confidence without necessarily overtly, forcing it on people. So you don't have to be the person who's always the center of attention, the one who's always talking the most, the one who's always doing the most. To me, that is arrogance. Confidence is someone who you're so self-assured that even in your silence or even in you being comfortable to just take a step back and let other people take the charge, you know that you are who you are, and you've got this.
So basically, confidence is feeling good and having self-assurance, knowing that whatever you do at the best of your abilities, and knowing that you do deliver at the end. That is confidence. So arrogance, on the other hand, is characterized by over-exaggerating your importance. So whenever somebody has some accomplishment, you feel yours is more better than the other person's because you're arrogant. So to differentiate the two, an arrogant person would generally believe that they do not need to learn from anybody else. Everything they do is perfect. They never do no wrong. They're always on par. You get what I'm saying? So a confident person, on the other hand, is always willing to listen and improve their skills instead of shutting out other opinions. Now, when I say shutting out other opinions, yes, you can shut out negative opinions. I'm talking about positive opinions that genuinely can shape and reframe your mindset and your abilities to improve in whatever you're trying to do. There's a difference. So if somebody is coming at you negatively or speaking anything bad to you, that definitely does affect how you feel about something, then you can shut that out. But if it is positive, or if there is criticism coming from a good place, then you need to take that, and that generally can help you improve and grow. So yeah, I hope what I did speak on does help you, and thank you so much to Vee once again for this opportunity. Bye guys.
Now, the difference between confidence and arrogance, they're close to similar, but not exactly. I think confidence is really when it comes from within. So it's kind of just embracing yourself as a whole, your good parts, your bad parts, the optimistic sides, and everything else, But I think confidence is something, It's just finally understanding and accepting your own being, your own self, from within. And I think it takes some time to get there, and I think it's something that's continuously developing. You might have confidence today and gone tomorrow, but it's something you have to work on and really just truly loving yourself. But now the difference with arrogance is that love is not, it's not from within, it's from external factors that boost up ego and create an ego complex, where it's based on how other people perceive you. So your arrogance is based on praise, light pun, or it's based on what you thinking you're better than others. It's not authentically from within, I guess. But I think that we should all strive to have confidence, obviously, for obvious reasons, but also but it takes, the best way that I found having confidence was by continuously learning about myself through the different scenarios. And so I think to get to a place of confidence, the first step is to start from a place of reflection.
Yo, clearly there's a thin line between arrogance and self-confidence, and you need to know the difference between the two. Now, Audrey, is there a difference between having low self-esteem and having low self-confidence?
The three are intertwined and they all stem from the same place, but low self-esteem is more of how you evaluate yourself. And this can exhibit itself in your relationships or your interaction with other people, whereas an inferiority complex is more of what you think and manifestations of that low self-esteem. So this is more of how you evaluate yourself against other people, and this is probably going to stop you from doing a lot of things, or it's going to make you feel uncomfortable in different rooms because you might feel like you don't belong.
Having heard all of this, I want to know how you dealt with having low self-esteem and an inferiority complex. Now we're going to have Chieza, Audrey, and Praise share with us.
So it's actually something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and again it relates back to that past work experience that I told you about in the other question. Basically, I did a lot of introspection. I am a very, very introspective person. I did a lot of introspection. I really sat down and thought to myself, okay, who are you? What do you stand for? Who do people, say you are? And I went as far as asking my friends and asking my family, what words they would use to describe me, etc. Because sometimes you just need to be reminded who you are, especially if you've been in a situation where you beat yourself up so much that you're starting to question yourself. So I would say I dealt with it, number one, by taking the time to introspect and look inwardly on myself and understand why I felt the way that I felt. Secondly, I became very self-aware. I can now pick up the signs quickly when I'm starting to doubt myself. And thirdly, ask people around you, the people that love you and the people that care about you, who they think you are, how they would describe you. And more often than not, you'll find that they all use the same words and will just remind you and reaffirm you of the person that you are. Thank you.
Okay, so my journey with low self-esteem was a long road, but it was a very necessary one. I had to learn to love myself in my entirety. So everything that I felt was a flaw, I had to start loving that. Everything I felt was not good enough, I had to work on it. And I still am. And I needed to understand that there is no one standard of beauty or one standard of success. My journey is my journey and it's unique, and that's what makes me special. And I have to remind myself of that every now and then. But I'm really glad that I overcame that feeling of low self-esteem, because it stopped me from doing a lot of things. It stopped me from taking a lot of opportunities because I just felt like I was not good enough. But now I take them head on. Shout out to you, Vee. I love this series and it was lovely being a part of the conversation.
Now, how do you counter having an inferiority complex? Again, defeating the inferiority complex starts with gaining confidence within yourself and just trusting in your own ability, seeing in your own light, trusting your own yourself as an entity and just loving it and continuously working on it, working on the good parts, the bad parts, and trying to consistently evolve yourself. So there's no way you can defeat the inferiority complex if you don't have confidence. But then also recognizing, questioning why it's there. Why does it present itself in the way that it does? For example, in my scenario, the research conferences, I asked myself, well, why do I feel undeserving of being in this space when you were all invited here? And that was the first question. And then second, I asked myself, so what are you so afraid of? What is it that you can't do? And then once I got to the bottom of that, which I realized was nothing in this context, nothing. I can present this. I did this research. Why do I feel inferior to the people in the same room with me and we were all invited? So started with that, and then just re-establishing the confidence that I had had in myself prior to the conference, and really bringing that same energy, I guess, there to the conference. So I think confidence is something that's a continuous process. It can be diminished if it's not based on solid roots, if it's based in arrogance and ego. But when it's within yourself, there is a certain nurture and love that you hold when it's from within, and that's something we should all strive for. But yeah, that's my little tidbit on confidence and arrogance and defeating the inferiority complex.
Thank you so much, Cheers, Michelle, Audrey, and Praise for being a part of this series. I am truly grateful. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. I'm sure people have benefited a lot from this series and from what you had to share. I am truly grateful. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my YouTube video. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll check you out in my next upload. Bye. Mwah. Have a great week.